these things. It's a spirit. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. God created them to do these things. And on one hand, I'm willing to bet God said, look at this. Aren't they doing well? They're doing great. But look at the spirit in which they're doing it. They're trying to manipulate me, and I'm their creator. Where's the respect? Where's the hierarchical respect? If I allow this to happen, where does this snowball to? How do you redeem yourself from such things? How do you get to a place of knowing the wrongdoing in your action? If I leave this unchecked, this only snowballs into generations of people, of my children, feeling as if they do not have to show honor to me. Any parent knows this. You love to see your children stand up on their own 2 feet and make decisions for themselves. I got a teenager myself. Sometimes I want to shut her argument down, and I know I can. But I don't do it when we're having conversation with one another, because I want her to feel empowered. I don't want this to be a situation where she feels defeated and afraid of me. I want her to shine. But I want to be able to direct that energy so that she never gets it misunderstood. She never disrespects me in a way that is unforgiving. And this is God in dealing with these people that created this tower. God's coming down and he says, you know what? I see what you're doing. On one hand, you're doing well working with one another. Because if I didn't want you to work with one another, I wouldn't have made you in the way that I created you. I created you to do such things. But the spirit that you got going on here is what I'm concerned about. And because you have adopted this spirit time and time again, I just flooded the world to eradicate this spirit. And I'm coming back and I'm seeing this again with you people. You didn't create me. I created you, and I've given you free reign. And in me giving you free reign, you feel as if you self-created. You feel as if this garden just happened. You're so used to your environment, you don't even know how phenomenal it is. So, okay. We're going to do round 2 of this. I'm not going to reset this thing again out of love for you, because that's what I did it for. Out of love for you, to give you an advantage, a clean slate. Because all of those monsters that were on the earth before, that were eating you and that were hunting you and that had enslaved you, you were powerless against. You think your problems are bad now. You got heaven on earth. Because the last form of problems that you had here were monumental, and I eradicated them. And now you are befriending the people that were causing you all of these problems before. Not because they love you, but because they need you. And they know I'm not going to play with them. But since you think they're so great, and since you're sold on a relationship with them and turning you away from me, and depending on their knowledge to sustain you, I'm going to divorce you. And I'm going to let you all do whatever it is you decide you need to do. Okay? So we're going to break you. I'm going to break you all up, scatter you around so that you can go and move around and do your thing. You're all going to be able to have your own languages. And you all are going to be bound, each one of you, to those spirits that you have entrusted so much. They'll reign over you because you're not going to be able to reign over them. You don't know enough. And I'm going to turn my back and I'm going to go my way. And God does this. And God says, I'm a God that I can do whatever I want to do. If you are a creator, friend, you create. Before I began doing this video today, this is my second time, I was having some problems with the camera. I did the video and I began speaking to something in the book of Enoch, and I paused the camera so I can go look it up. And then when I came back, I noticed that the camera had stopped. And I was like, oh, bummer, I got to start all over again, even though I hadn't gotten really long in the video. And it immediately occurred to me, what if I didn't know what I was talking about? What if I didn't know this stuff? What if I was dependent on a script? I do have some notes here, but I don't even look at these notes usually until I get to a place where I might be needing to add some more conversation to the podcast. I could speak this at the 24-hour fitness shower. I could go out and do this anywhere because I know it. I could do this anywhere, anytime, any day. And depending upon my audience, I'm telling you, it would be very noteworthy. This is God. God is a God that knows. You think God was upset because he had to turn his back on these people that betrayed him not even one full generation after the flood? The audacity of these people. You think God was angry and wanted to eradicate these people? Because if he did, he would have. It speaks to in the Bible, if God wants to be done with us, all he has to do is turn his back on us. And we're done. Take his attention off of us. God wasn't even angry. You know why? Because he knows he could do it again. I'm not mad at anybody, God is saying. Disappointed? Yeah, I'm disappointed. But you've taught me something, and now I'm going to just go on and leave you over there because you're going to be back. And I'm going to go figure something else out. And what does God do? God goes and he watches us. And he looks for people that are searching for him. All of you out there that in your quiet time, on your drives home, back and forth from work or picking the kids up or doing your daily stuff, your normal meditation is meditating on this thing of life, looking for God in your various walks throughout life. Not looking for God in any particular spiritual system, or you may very well be. But searching for God in all of your activities, regardless. Those are the people that God sees. And God would find that in Abram. Abram lived a good life. His father Terah was a very well-known idol worshiper. God didn't hold it against him. God did not think the world was wicked because of all of their ways of honoring spirit. When you look at the Tower of Babel, these people had aligned with the fallen ones. If God didn't want them aligning with the fallen ones, then why didn't God just eradicate it before the Tower of Babel was created? It was the spirit in which they did all of this. If God didn't want them to have the technology, God would have eradicated them from having technology. It's the spirit. It's just like saying, okay, I'm going to go and pray to this. I'm going to go pray to that. Or I'm going to go pray about this. I'm going to go pray about that. It's not prayer that's the problem. It's the spirit. What are you praying to? What are you praying about? Because you could pray for goodness or you could pray for wickedness. It's the same thing. So God finds Abram, the most least likely, because Abram is searching for God. The Apocrypha speaks very distinctly to this. Abram is searching for God. Is God in this? Is God in that? Okay, I got these idols. My father is very successful in this, and he has a huge following of people. But is this really what God is? Is God just this? You mean to tell me the God that has created this entire planet is bound up in this idol? Is the idol God? Or am I an aspect of God viewing the idol? And if I'm an aspect of God viewing the idol, what aspect of me makes me God? What part of me connects to this? Is it one part? Where do I get my power from? Is it the sun? Because without the sun, I wouldn't exist. Is it the air? Because without the air, I could not exist. All of these things Abram is pondering. And because Abram is pondering them, God sees Abram. And God has an encounter with Abram. And it must have been monumental. It must have been an encounter that was extraordinary, because how could Abram take such words so seriously from just someone that looks like him? How? I walk up to you and tell you you're going to be a father of many nations and all of these different things, and to go and leave your country and go on to this strange land. How do you believe me? Unless there's some sort of supernatural occurrence between you and I. Unless I'm able to tap into an aspect of you within the heart, within your spirit that connects with you. It's gotta be.